Chapter 6, Pet Day. All the kids in Miss Jewel's class brought a pet to school. The room was very noisy. Dogs barked, cats meowed, a frog croaked, a pig squealed, a cow mooed, birds tweeted. Miss Jewels held up 2 fingers. All the animals became quiet. Stephen didn't have a pet, so he brought an orange. He kept it in a cage on his desk so it couldn't escape. Todd brought Ralphie, his baby brother. "Todd," said Miss Jewels. Todd barked. "You cannot have a pet human," said Miss Jewels. "He doesn't bite," Todd assured her. Joy told Todd to sit and be quiet. Miss Jewels got a large piece of poster board from the supply closet. "Let's make a chart," she said. Across the top of her chart, she wrote, "Name of kid, kind of pet, name of pet." She started with Dee Dee. She wrote, "Dee Dee," under name of kid. "And you have a dog," she said. "Cat," said Dee Dee. "Cat?" asked Miss Jewels. Dee Dee nodded as she petted her dog. Miss Jewels moved on to Ron. "Ron, I see you have a cat." "Dog," said Ron as he stroked the cat on his lap. Miss Jewels shrugged. "Okay," she said. "He's my dog," said DJ. "Ron has your dog?" asked Miss Jewels. "Ron has a cat," said DJ. "That's what I thought," said Miss Jewels. "But what's a dog?" said Ginny. Miss Jewels covered her ears and shook her head. "Let's start all over again," said Miss Jewels. She got a new piece of poster board from the supply closet. "Mac, what's your dog's name?" "What's my dog's name?" said Ginny. "I'm not talking to you, Ginny. I'm talking to Mac." "He can't talk," said Mac. "Who can't talk?" asked Miss Jewels. "Mac," said Mac. Billy barked at Mac. Mac barked at Billy. Todd barked at both of them. Joy made Todd lie down by her feet. Miss Jewels moved on. "What's your pet, Myron?" she asked. "Your pet's a turtle," said Sherry. "What?" asked Miss Jewels. "What is Ginny's pet?" said Sherry. "Ginny's pet is a dog," said Miss Jewels. "What's his name, Ginny?" Ginny nodded. Her dog sat up straight and tall and seemed to smile at Miss Jewels. "He's handsome," said Miss Jewels. "My mouse is handsome," said Benjamin. Benjamin had a little white mouse in a cage on his desk. "If you like mice," said Dana, making a face. "Miss Jewels likes mice," said Calvin. "She eats them." "Gross," said Dana. "He won't come when you call him," said Kathy. "He doesn't know his name." Billy meowed. "Will Miss Jewels eat yogurt?" asked John. "No way," said Calvin. "I will too," said Miss Jewels. "I like yogurt. I like strawberry best." Mauricia beamed. "Miss Jewels likes strawberry best," she bragged. "You shouldn't pick favorites," complained Dana. "Do you like crackers, Miss Jewels?" asked Rondi. "Don't worry," said Calvin. "Miss Jewels won't eat crackers." "How do you know what I'll eat, Calvin?" asked Miss Jewels, a little annoyed. "I like eating crackers with cheese on top." "Oh, gross," said Myron. "He won't come when you call him," Kathy said again. "Mac! Keep Mac away from my socks," shouted Allison. "Wait," said Jason. "Now you've got my socks and I've got your socks?" "I can tell the difference between my socks and your socks, Jason," said Allison. Miss Jewels covered her ears and shook her head. She moved on. "What's your pet, Damien?" she asked. "I already told you. He was a turtle," said Sherry. "I wasn't talking to you, Sherry," said Miss Jewels. "I was talking to Damien." "Your nose a ferret," said Damien. "My nose a ferret?" asked Miss Jewels. "My nose a hamster," said Joe. Billy bleated. Miss Jewels licked her leg. "Hey, Paul," said Leslie. "I like your pigtails." "Thanks," said Paul. "May I touch your pajamas?" "Go ahead," said BB, who already petting Leslie's pajamas. "She won't scratch you." "This is crazy," shouted Terrence. "He's cute," said Dana.